Well, while we await Donald Trump's arrest and arraignment that will be taking place tomorrow, he's going to the courthouse. He's already in New York City as of when I'm recording this, going to the courthouse, being processed, fingerprinted. We'll see about mugshot, appearing in front of the judge, all of that big stuff. And then he'll be released, witnessing history, as I continue to say. And while we wait, we do whatever we do. While Trump waits, you know what he's going to be up to, and that is going absolutely bonkers on Truth Social. When he is nervous, when he is terrified, and really all the time, but especially when he's feeling those two types of ways, he starts melting down on social media these days on Truth Social. And that's what I want to walk you through to give you a sense of, as we're one day out, tomorrow, Tuesday is the big day. While we're one day out, to get a sense of where he is at mentally, which is a fascinating thing to witness, starting with this message. They have closely studied 11 million pages of documents, financial records, and tax returns, some gotten illegally, billions of dollars worth of deals and transactions, and they've got nothing after 8 years of various politically motivated investigations, hoaxes, scams, and witch hunts. This must make me the most honest and honorable man anywhere in the world. Nobody in history has ever been through the scrutiny that I have. Make America great again. So I think he's misunderstanding what's going on, because investigators have gotten access to millions of pages of documents in relation to you. And because of all these different investigations, we're uncovering all your wrongdoing. And this kind of goes along with the narrative we've been witnessing from many, especially Trump. He'll list off all of the different investigations into him as proof that he's being wronged somehow. Maybe that's proof that you keep doing things that are possible criminal violations. Maybe that's why there's so many investigations. It's not a sign of a bunch of witch hunts, as he believes that it is, and as unfortunately so many who support him believe that all this is a sign of Trump being the hero somehow and the brave fighter against the deep state or something. Next message: the radical left Democrats have lied, cheated, and stolen in their maniacal obsession to get Trump, but now they've gone too far in indicting a totally innocent man in an act of obstruction and blatant election interference. How much more are American patriots expected to take? All of this while our country is going to hell. And in a vacuum, this question here could be fine, but with the context of what Trump's followers have done in the past and the other statements he's been making lately, that question of how much are American patriots expected to take is a dangerous one to be asking on his part, because it's a little bit of how much more you guys are going to take before you take more provocative actions, I guess I'll say, which hopefully won't happen. Then we get to this. I want to thank everybody for the tremendous support you have given me against this assault on our nation. Our once beautiful USA is now a nation in decline. Radical left thugs and insurrectionists have taken over our country and are rapidly destroying it. They are using the levers of law enforcement and have completely weaponized the FBI and DOJ to interfere with, rig, and steal our once sacred elections. We are now living in a third world country, but we will come back and make America great again, as per usual, just written in a very strange way. Capitalizations all over the place and all of his normal things. And they do not provide evidence as to how this is politically motivated. And they don't engage Trump and many of those spreading his same talking points with the possible evidence here. And we don't even know right now, until tomorrow, the specifics of what the charges will be. So they don't have enough information to be saying this is all political persecution at all. And as the evidence starts to come out, they won't engage with it. We know that for certain. And we already have some of the evidence that's publicly available. But it's not about if there's a crime that Trump committed and if there's evidence to prove that he committed that crime. It's Trump, so he shouldn't be held accountable for whatever it turns out to be that is able to be proven here. Then he takes a quick break from his rantings about the indictment to say, Truth Social is hot, hot, hot. And he continues saying, I have never had so much support and love as I do now against the radical left insurrectionists, extortionists, crooked politicians, and thugs that are destroying our country. Thank you. We will make America great again. Then he, in all caps, says election interference, and finally, witch hunt, as our once great country is going to hell again. No sign of this being a witch hunt, only a sign of an individual who, it seems what this is going to end up, what is it going to end up being charged for has to do with falsifying business records. And our justice system should not take into consideration if someone is powerful, prominent, wealthy, well-connected, all of that. That shouldn't be something that is taken into consideration. And here, it seems like that's not getting in the way, and they're going, okay, looks like he falsified business records. If that's the case, he needs to be held accountable for it. And then the falsification of business records to cover up for another crime, possibly being campaign finance. But again, we don't know any of that for sure until the indictment is unsealed and we have more information on the specifics of the charges. But the narrative is already clear, coming from the right wing, coming from Trump and those supporting him. It's a big witch hunt. He's the victim, and no amount of evidence to the contrary, no amount of evidence in any of these investigations, attempts to overturn the 2020 election, the documents case, and here with the Stormy Daniels hush money payment case, none of them will it matter if the things he's accused of doing, there's clear evidence for him doing, and they're clearly against the law. They're just going to say it's political persecution, which very much flies in the face of the law and order, no one's above the law stance we've heard time and time again from the right. Make sure you're subscribed to the YouTube channel.